Sei sempre stato così?
Così come?
Così sicuro della tua bravura? È un po' che lo stiamo facendo.
Da giovane pensavo di poter fare tutto. Quando sono cresciuto ho capito che non sapevo fare niente. Vale la pena continuare?
Waiting is something that actors and models share. Did you do the movie for that reason? Because you hate waiting?
Yes. I love directing because I can control the time.
You said that when you were a child, you posed for your father. So you're an artist and you have also done modeling in a way. So what did you learn from both the different point of views? And did you use it for this movie?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting when you sit for someone, and also having taken figure drawing classes and drawing a model, and I think it's really interesting because you, as the artist, you're sitting there really looking at something, and the more you look at something, the more it changes, the more you see in it. But also that person is looking at you too, particularly if you're doing a portrait. Usually they're looking, for the most part, right at you. So they're seeing things that they've never seen before. And it becomes this weird kind of unspoken, new kind of relationship. And you walk out of there and the world is different after that, looks different after that.
In the movie, Giacometti does the same painting over and over again. Do you think that it's the same thing that directors do, shooting the same movie in different forms?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we have to be careful not to keep making the same movie. There are strains, you know, through movies that directors, there'll be themes that a director will carry from movie to movie and movie, stories that are interesting, that are similar. But it's also one of the reasons directors will do a lot of take after take after take after take after take. But sometimes that becomes more about, some of it's technical, but some of it is just neuroses.
Yes. You said that you love Giacometti because he searched the truth. How does it mean for you searching the truth? And do you think that you are doing it or not?
I try to do it. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I don't.
But what does it mean for you?
That I believe it, simply that I believe it. Do you know what I mean? Like when I watch it, I believe it. I go, okay, that makes sense. I believe that. And then I go, I don't believe that. That moment I don't believe, that I believe. But it's the same with anything. The same with a piece of music, with a plate of food. It's the same thing. It's all the same.
In the movie, Giacometti says that even if he has a lot of success, he's very doubtful about his work. Do you think that having doubts is the reason why a person has success and another one has not?
No. I think that there are lots of people who have no doubts, who are incredibly successful. And you think, I just wish they had doubts. because they see themselves as this sort of, and they're just doing the same thing all the time, and what they're doing isn't really very good. There are those people who have no doubts, who are really successful, and that's great. And then there are those people who are successful and have doubts. I think having doubt is not a terrible thing. I think it pushes you to examine yourself and re-examine yourself and re-examine what you're doing. I don't think that's a bad thing at all, unless it becomes debilitating, unless you start to sort of spiral backward. You have to know when to stop it.
Yes. In the movie, Giacometti seems a very selfish person because he is so driven by his art that sometimes he forgets how to treat people.
Yes.
But people and we, as an audience, we love them anyway, artists.
Yeah.
Why we tend to justify them, and is it right for you?
Well, no, I think that Giacometti, there was a selfishness to him without question. But I don't think he was ever a mean person. I don't think he was, you know, I think he would feel badly if he did something mean to someone. I think that because artists create these beautiful things, we can forgive them, but really we shouldn't forgive them. I mean, you know, there's no reason to be a bad person and be creative. Do you know what I mean? You can be creative and be a perfectly nice person. There are so many people in business who are really mean and very successful. But for some reason, we think that's okay. Well, he's a businessman. He has to do the thing. He's like, well, why? No, what's the why? Why do you have to be mean? It's horrible. It's horrible. Why be mean to somebody? You can be sort of absorbed and really obsessed with what you're doing, but then you have to have an awareness of, my kid is waiting for me at the door. Do you know what I mean? You have to.
Yes. Speaking about being an artist and being happy, is it possible to be an artist and be happy? Because in the movie, Giacometti speaks about suicide, about being miserable.
Yeah. No, I think you can be happy, but you can't be happy all the time. That's no fun.
You need to suffer to be a great artist.
Well, everyone has to suffer a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Un vero amico mi direbbe che dovrei smettere di dipingere.
Chi ha mai detto che sono un vero amico?